All right, you get to listen to me do some voiceover while you watch other people work. So it's kind of like it always is. Yes, everybody's just running around like chickens with their heads cut off, with their heads cut off, putting out more of the vapor barrier, measuring that, going back and forth. Let's cut it. These guys are super efficient. I've got nothing but good things to say about this group. They've got a lot of experience with ICF also, so probably see them on some future ICF builds. That's Jose right there. And it's not many people who said things, but I get a couple comments. I noticed some out there, the big joke is, talking about, stuff that's going on in the media and ICE and all that stuff. And I mostly ignore it. But my crews, we do work on military bases and hard to get into installations even beyond your normal military base and stuff, some top secret places and stuff. So any guys that I have that go to those that do this type of work, they have to, if you've ever done that kind of stuff, you got to pass background checks and all that. So anyway, that's all I'm really going to say about that. Running the tamp around, you want to tamp your gravel down before you put everything else in. And then we'll run around with the beep beep, make sure that the elevations are all the same. Roll out the vapor barrier, and then it opens up. You'll see it's going to be wider. That's pretty cool, right? This is a thick barrier. I think I got 15 mil. I might have to look back, but I know it's a minimum of 10. I think code calls for 6. I did a minimum of 10. I actually believe it's 15 is what I ended up getting, but it's a thick vapor barrier. He's going to put that everywhere. You'll see they'll tape all the seams. They start with the straight areas, get as much covered as possible, and then fill in all the spaces where you need to cut and all that. So they're cutting around the pole so they can pull it over for the other one to overlap it, and then they'll tape that. Yeah, see the tape going down. And this is stuff I talked about earlier. This is the stuff from made in Canada, especially made for doing your radiant in the floors. Like I said, upstairs, a few people got confused because they've seen radiant. It's been in foam and all that kind of stuff. But this is, upstairs with the metal decks. We'll have to foaming on the underside of the deck to get the thermal break that we need. But here, you just put all this out, and it just kind of locks together not like Legos. It's got a little line on the end. If you look closer, you can see it. And say snap all that again. Get as much coverage as possible with full pieces. And then, of course, your time suck, as some people would call it, is when you have to cut to fit around, like the poles and come in at the weird angles to the mechanical rooms, stuff like that. This has these little nubs in it. And depending on which way it's running, you'll see later when Josh is putting in the radiant tubing, depending on the way you run it, it fits really tight between the nubs, or if you go a different way, it spreads out a little bit, and just the friction of the tubing going out holds it. He's cutting some small pieces to go around the final poles and everything. This tape comes from Viper also. You want to tape everything up. So the idea is to, keep any vapor from coming up, and you'll see, dark spots and stuff on your concrete where the water's coming up from the bottom. You don't want that to happen, but this is 2.5 inch thick insulation combined with the vapor barrier, so we should be pretty good. Yeah, now we got James over here. You see he's welding. I used to have a fabrication shop. That's where I've got the people that have seen the Fairlane and stuff. And we've got all kinds of tools and everything, including a welding blanket. But I guess James couldn't be bothered to put that down. So, he catches a couple little things on fire and stuff. See, now he's put a board down. He got smart. He's like, oh. Anyway, so we decided over that window there, the way the floor had been installed there, it wasn't as much resting on the ICF wall that we wanted. We put a piece of angle iron up and a piece of steel that I had left over, and that wall gets bricks. You'll never see it. It's just a little extra. We changed sides, looking at it from a different angle. that door over to the left, that goes to the little underground area. I've got a little cool thing. I'm going to try and get one of my friends. I haven't even hit him up about it yet, but he does custom cabinet work and stuff, but it's like a side job. And I got an idea for what I want to put, because you won't see the door. It's going to be a decoration, something else going there. And I've got an idea for that. So I've got to talk to him about that. That'll be cool in the future. Got the fan running. It was nice to be out of the direct sunlight, but it was super humid. I mean, this week it's super cold, of course. I mean, it's like August and it's 68 degrees. We've had all these storms rolling through, but wow, it was pretty rough then. So yeah, they're putting out more of the vapor barrier. They're going to go down the hallway. We have radiant in the hallway too, because the theater door will be closed, which is on the other end of the hallway, and it'll have its own conditioned space. I talked about that in the last video. But yeah, we need to have some heat going on in the hall. And it is its own zone. You know, you got to be smart with your zones. Like a lot of the radiant that people put on YouTube is usually they're doing, you know, big open spaces, or they're doing their shop or something like that. When you're doing your house, you want to zone it. I think I've got, I don't know, 20 zones. It's probably more than that. But actually with a thermostat, heat only zones, I've got like double heat only zones. I do AC. A lot of the forced air is the whole, whole section like you normally do your house, like the whole master suite is its own zone, and then the big area up top, and then, down here is basically one zone. I think I might zone the den down here. It's another little room on the side. But anyway, point being that with the heat, you have a lot more control over it with the radiant. It's like the hallway. I'll adjust the flow to it because it's a smaller space than this big space. There's a lot of, we go through a lot of pipe down here in single runs, whereas upstairs there's a lot more zones, and it was short runs like 160 feet, 150 feet, stuff like that. But down here, there's going to be a lot of places Josh almost uses full 300-foot rolls, which is about the max that my radiant engineer recommended. Because, of course, as you're pushing it through the line, you start losing heat, you get to the end, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot goes into doing a correct system. It's like anything. There's always, my friend did it, it sucked, or my friend did it, loved it, or, whatever. It all comes down to the execution of what you're doing. Just because you have the same thing somebody else and they had a bad experience doesn't mean, it could be a multitude of reasons of, why something might not have worked for somebody else or whatever. Yeah, so they're going to finish this up. All right, my son Josh came back down, and Tater helped him for a few. I think they got all this done actually in 2 days. I was over at the major project a lot, so I might appear for 2 seconds in this video or something, but he has been, a godsend. I mean, he's come down, just like any father-son, we clashed on some stuff, but overall, I think it's been a great experience. It's spent a lot of time. He has learned a ton. I think when we first started and he was just, helping put the footings in, a year and a half ago, whatever, 2 years, whatever it is, when we started, I don't think he looked at it as punishment. That's the first word popped to mind, but I think he looked at it as just, a job. He was going to, make some money while he figured out what he wanted to do. He's not long out of college and all that kind of stuff. But he's really, he retains knowledge very well, learns quick, and it's just been great. So, we look forward to when he's able to come down, because he lives about 2 hours away almost. So he'll come down and stay with us for the week when he's working. Then he goes back and he runs all the office stuff and everything for my construction company. So he has to keep up with that on top of in project management, making sure stuff gets where it's supposed to go and ordered, and dumpster swapped out and all the kinds of stuff you have to do. So he runs all that. But yeah, you see, for the most part with this one, unlike, he still had to, got to get on your knees a lot still, but upstairs you were constantly bending over and everything. And down here, you'll see he can walk on the tubing, and press it in there. So we did go around and paint it on the floor where the hallways and rooms and all that stuff were going. We made some executive decisions on stuff. I said they rolled through it pretty quick. They do the whole basement in 2 days. But then you'll see a little later comes the rebar, because we put, upstairs we used the wire mesh because we already had all the metal decking and the joists and everything. But down here we used the rebar. Could have got away with the flat work bar, which is the blue bar, which is what we used actually in the mechanic rooms and stuff. But I went ahead and put MST's 4 EQ bar in because we already had it. And, we put it 1 foot on centers, 1 foot squares. And, all that gets done. So watch them continue. I'll probably play a little bit of music here while they continue doing this.
Take their time. Darling, I better be on my way. Oh, you left me gutted the other day. And while I'm on my way, oh, let the whole thing just fade away. Take their time. All the love I was tasting, you had to be mine. And if that works for you, I'll work my life away. I'll build a home to claim with you. And when my work is through, oh my love, I'll be with you. No matter what you do. Darling, I better be on my way. Oh, you left me gutted the other day. And while I'm on my way, oh, let the whole thing just fade away. Darling, I better be on my way.
Hey, looky there. I showed up just in time to see how it's going. And, I try not to be too critical. Oh, the kids are swimming. That's why I'm down there while the kids are swimming. And I think I'll probably jump in the water too. And they're working. Man, the kids have loved the pool. That's been That's been nice. So they're constantly using that. Must be really good and everything. We had to put a few foam board staples in for, here and there, but overall, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, final little touches. He's just walking around making sure. Does he need to add any foam staples anywhere? Make sure it stays down during the concrete pour. And just, some quality control. All right, well, they started bringing in the rebar. He does a little bit of it. I think right now he just lays it out so we can get some stuff laid out and then cut it, have it ready to go for the next day. So something I didn't learn till later, and my rep never said anything. I found out at World of Concrete. I don't know how much extra it is. Oh, we'll bring Jackie down so she can see see everything painted on the ground a little bit again. And guess what? No changes. Can you believe it? Of course, it's pretty basic down here, but yeah. So that was nice. We moved a door, I think, but that was it. So that's pretty minimal. I'll take it. But what I was saying about the MST bar, so when you order it, I would go up and I get it out of Ohio. So we had it delivered like one time, and then James has gone up and got it, and Quincy and I went up and got it once. It just varies, and I got it delivered again this last time. But we always get it in a bundle and 20-foot sections. However, if you're willing to wait on it and you're buying enough where they will ship it straight from the plant, they will make it in the measurements you want. Now, like I said, I don't know how much more that costs. Maybe if you get a whole truckload and you need them all to be 10.5 feet, maybe it doesn't cost you any extra. I don't know. But there definitely would have been less waste in the walls because, the walls are 11 feet tall, got 20-foot pieces. You end up with 9-foot pieces. But we made pretty good use of it. We didn't have a ton of waste. Yeah. And the reason I figure that is the last time they delivered, they came in, I think I made a short about it. They came in on a 50-foot flatbed trailer or whatever. They come in on a big flatbed trailer, way longer than 20 foot. And he's got number 6 bar, MST fiberglass bar, FFRP bar, sitting there almost hanging off the back of the trailer. It was close. It was like, however long that trailer was, it was full pieces that length because they were going to a commercial job and they were going to drop the whole thing. It's a no splice. You could, if you figured your wall lengths up, you could do it with no overlaps, no splices, nothing. The next project I do, which is going to be, you see Brian that does our deliveries with the Green Goblin, building his wife and him a house, and it's going to be ICF. And I'm going to look into it. I'm going to find out. So I'll report back if it costs more or not. Because I could see that, even if it was close, like where you knew you got most of your whole walls or something like that, it'd be nice. I don't think I showed in this video, but when I was at World of Concrete, they were showing the Pro Snapper tool. And it's this tool, you hold it, and it's got these clips, and you just clip it on, and life's good, right? I've got $1,500. It might be more than that now. I got like a little more than that in 2 tools and like 2 bags, 5,000. Yeah, about 1,700 and 2 boxes of clips. Number 4, number 3, and 2 tools because you have to have different tools for the different size. So like for number 3, you have a number 3 tool. For number 4, you have a number 4 tool. Well, the 4 EQ bar, which I was told by MST or by the MST rep, I was told it's a 3 bar. At first I was like upset, but called the company. The guy sent out a replacement handle. I bought the machine for the number 4 bar and all that, but we didn't use it at all. So that's just money wasted right now. It'll get a lot of use later, but it lets you stand up and clip all the bars and everything. So we'll get a lot of use out of it later, but that was ridiculous. Tater running around, helping Josh. Like I said, this is just a whole lot of rinse and repeat, right? It's lay the bars out, Make sure you have that. And he's really good at this type of stuff because he gets a little OCD on it. Like, how many bars is it going to take? How long? Let me pre-cut and get everything ready. He does a great job. All right, so the next day, you see it's a little brighter. We've got lights on too. We've got those string lights up everywhere, but a little brighter. They're just in there tying everything. And I mean, roughly 100 by 30. It's more than that actually, but she figure 100 ties going one way and 30 going another. So I mean, it was well over 3,000 ties. And in fact, that reminds me, I need to send him some money. He'd probably appreciate that. So he gets all that done, and then, all right, so this is a round area. It's underneath the library, which is that round area at the front of the house that's a single story. Well, this is underneath it in the basement. So we carried it all the way into the basement. We're going to make this a wine cellar or, alcohol storage or something at some point. But the wall, the part that's not done, will be curved as well, and like a curved door. That'll be a project for the future after we're moved in because, surprisingly, we're not heavy drinkers. I mean, I've maybe, 5 times a year I might have a drink. I mean, it's not much at all now. And Jackie's the same way. But I feel like, if you're going to have big gatherings and parties and stuff, we're probably going to need that space. Need a place. It will get good use, I think. Takes a long time to tile this. If I had it do over again, well, I guess I would have ordered the clips I needed. I would have got some help on it. But besides that, maybe just got the rebar tying gun and been done with it. But Josh gets it done. So now we've made it to the stairwell. There's no radiant under there, but we just went ahead and put the same thickness foam under there. That'll actually be a little storage area on the right-hand side where Josh just was. You see the orange line on the ground. That's a door to a closet under the stairs. Most likely, we found a design finally that we like, and I'm going to the showroom tomorrow, so we'll see if Jackie likes or not. And then this is over in the breakfast area. Okay, and he finishes up with the hallway. Like I said, it ends up being 1 foot squares. The engineered drawings called for 1 foot, 1.5 foot off the sides, and then 1 foot squares, but we just did everything 1 foot. Engineer inspector didn't seem to have a problem with that. I don't know why he would. Josh had a friend come see him while he was tying up. All right, that's going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody. This particular video was a little different from most of them we do. I mean, I do a lot of time lapse, but usually I just play music. I thought I'd give a little bit of commentary. Hope you liked it. This is a 4-part series. I ended up with like 6 hours of video footage from us going from prep to pouring all the floors and stamping them. So this is video 2. So if this is your first time watching for some reason, you just found the channel, there is another video. This video 1. I'll plan on doing a pop-up and at least putting it in the description. And this, like I said, this is video 2, and I'm with space. So you should be seeing this. Video 1 went live on Thursday, so this should be the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday. And then I'll probably do video 3 on Thursday again, and then the weekend to finish it up. Hope you enjoyed it. The floors turn out, well, you'll have to watch the video to see how they do. How happy are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah? I know I'm excited. All right. Well, there you go. Man, that was a lot of hard work tying all that up.
Your back hurt?
All I did was watch. All right, Josh tied most of this. Then the concrete crew, 2 of them came in today and tied some. And Tater cut most of the little wings off and all that stuff. So it's ready to go. There'll be some finite adjustments in the morning for sure. We're going to pump. So we're going to pump this middle area tomorrow. So all this middle area and down the hall to the theater. Thursday, We'll pour the side where Josh is right now and this side. This gets a wall all the way down it, and the stamps are going to change direction and go this direction. Said we could have done it all in one day if I had more stamps. But give you an idea, this stamp set is about $3,300, something like that, and I've already had to buy 2 sets just to be able to do as much as we're doing because the runs are so long. So there you go. So we divided up. I could have bought another set of stamps. By the time you figure pump fees, I mean, I might have came out better. Ready for our steps. The footing for the steps is, that foam was cut out there, so the steps will land there. And this is the conventional way that most people are used to seeing the Radiant. So, yeah. Good to go. Ready to get this done. So by Thursday afternoon, our concrete pouring should be finished until we pour this, which will be way down the road, and whatever we do for the driveway and everything. So, but as far as house pouring goes, yay, we'll be done. I'm gonna add up the yards, see how many total yards we poured here. I know, I've got it somewhere. I mean, 60, 200, 300. I mean, I bet you it's 450, 500 yards after Thursday.
We're still not done.
And we're not done. Oh, and the pools. We're probably 600. I think I said in the very beginning, I'll have to look at my early videos. I think I said probably 600 yards was what we're going to pour. And it looks like we're going to be on whatever to do that. But I tell you what, it's sure, yeah, no, just cut my hand off. Just do it. It sure feels like we've got a lot more than $100 grand in concrete.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Right?
So we have, I think, more than 50 in pump fees.
Huh? If you look back and there's over 50 in pump fees, I want you to slap me on camera. Because nah, it ain't 50. We might have paid them 50 this year, but not just for this house. Thank you, sir. Yeah, definitely not just this year. How many pumps have we had? That stupid plug we did on the pool,
1, 2,
the lower pool, the upper pool, the footing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be truck. 7.
Nah. Well, I mean, even the truck pumps. I mean, we probably had about 11. I think it's about.
Gables.
Man, it probably is.
And we split that 4 into 3, so that's 10.
It probably is 35, 40. Man, that's just stupid. That's just stupid.
Yeah, on the thing it says 75% to 400 gallons, but we're not using the big 400-gallon sprayer because you got 2.5 gallons
Of what?
of that chemical to spray the dam.
For the aquatic?
Yeah.